So episode 3 of Road to 6 Figures in Funding, and I've fucked up. Now, before I show you why I fucked up and how, let me tell you why this video is only out now. And that is purely because there just hasn't been any trades for myself. There hasn't really been any setups, so I haven't taken any more trades on the account. So there's obviously been not too much to update. However, we have taken another trade on the account. So I'm going to show you that trade that we took and show you exactly why I've fucked up. So then, this is the trade that I'm on about. And we took this trade on Wednesday, the 3rd of December. Now, this was a very silly trade on my behalf, and it's completely my fault. Basically, as you can see, price is very bullish. And I knew that. Also, 1 hour order flow was very bullish as well. So I knew that price was still bullish, and we did have targets like this previous monthly high. So taking that into account, I did know that price was bullish and was most likely going to see longs. However, it's not marked on there now. However, there was a 4-hour fair value gap down here. So coming into Wednesday morning, I was looking to catch some shorts back down to this 4-hour fair value gap before price then hopefully reacted off of this, and then we saw the buys after that. Obviously, it's not a smart trade, very counter trend trade, and I should have just waited for longs. However, I did jump into this. So don't get me wrong, I did follow pretty much all of my rules, and it was a valid setup and a valid model that actually played out. However, obviously, like I said, it was just very counter trend. But let me break it down quickly. So we had price come up, obviously, and take out Asia highs. We then saw price start to displace down quite nicely and made a market short shift here on the 5-minute. Now, ideally, I would have liked price to have a reaction back up straight after making this market short shift, to come up around here and then take shorts. However, as you can see, we did start to move a little bit slowly and come down lower before coming back up. So when that happened, this gap that I have marked out here, this is actually a 15-minute fair value gap. It also did line up with the 50% of the fib as well. So when price started retracing, we can see I was a little bit patient and I did wait for some extra confirmation on the 2-minute as well. So once price came up here, we pushed down, then we came back up, reswept these highs as buy-side liquidity, and then this area here, basically what I waited for on the 2-minute is we had a sweep of this high, and then straight away we had a change in state of delivery on the 2-minute, and that is why I took this trade. We had buy-side liquidity get swept, and then a nice change in state of delivery on the 2-minute. So that was my confluences for getting into this trade. As you can see, entered there after the 2-minute change in state, stops above this high, and I was just targeting a 1 to 2, which lined up nicely with this 4-hour fair value gap that we had down here. However, as you can see, price pretty much didn't come into any profit whatsoever, and we just carried on straight up, and yeah, stopped us out. So like I said, a pretty silly trade, and one that I shouldn't have taken. However, the news gets worse, and that is because if we take a look at the account now, we're on 97k, and if I show you the trade, which is the bottom trade there, as you can see, a Euro USD sell, and if that focuses, we lost almost 1.7k, and obviously that is not what I was meant to do. I was only meant to risk 1%, but as you can see, we've almost ended up losing 2%, and the reason for that is very silly and completely my fault once again, and that's because I entered this trade on a few different accounts, and this account annoyingly was the only account that I forgot to put my stop loss on. So obviously I enter the trade on the accounts, and each time I enter, put my stop loss where it needs to be, and then go into the other account, enter, put my stop loss. But for some reason, this account I didn't enter my stop loss. So when all the other accounts got stopped out, I came back on this account to have a look, and price was up here, and I was still in the trade, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Had a look, seen that I didn't have any stop loss on that whatsoever, so I was like, well, that's me fucked. So I literally just had to close wherever it was, and it was around up here somewhere. So as you can see, lost a lot more than what I wanted to lose, but that is just trading, and once again, just all completely my fault, bad trade, and bad trade management, and yeah, silly for not setting my stop loss. But yeah, that is the trade, and that is the update on the 100k account. So fast forward to today, and today is Monday, the 8th of December, and this is where we're at today. Like you just saw, only them 2 trades on the account, So yeah, we're looking for trades this week. Mondays for me is a no trading day, so I wasn't looking to trade the account today. However, coming into tomorrow, I will be looking to see if there is any potential setups. However, a little bit of good news, and that is that even though I just said I don't trade Mondays, if I show you this, my trade locker account, as you can see today we did take this short. Now the only reason I did take this trade was because I saw a nice setup that aligned with my bias for the morning. So this was more of like a test trade. So like I said, I didn't enter it on my fundeds or my 100k challenge. This was just a different evaluation account that I've got. But as you can see, it did play out really nicely, and we did hit a TP for a nice 2R on one of my other Alpha Capital Group evaluations. Right, so it is now the new year. Sorry this episode has been a bit all over the place. I've had a bit of a break over Christmas. So yeah, this episode's been a bit short and a bit all over the place. But I'm gonna leave this episode here, and then I'm gonna pick up on episode 4 and give a full update on the 100k account and then all my other accounts and everything else that I've been doing. So this Road to 6 Figures in Funding episode is going to continue this year. And yeah, hopefully we can achieve it, get at least 6 figures in funding, and yeah, make a good year out of 2026, get some more payouts, start being a bit more consistent. So big update in the next episode, episode 4. And yeah, you'll see everything, you'll see the account and what the account's looking like at the minute. But that's all for this episode. I appreciate you watching, appreciate everyone subscribing as well. It does mean a lot. So yeah, catch up in episode 4 and we'll go through everything.